What's up, good people?
It's your girl Angel,
And I'm Demon.
and together we make Demon and Angel's World. If you have been on our channel before, you know who we are. If you haven't,
Okay.
now you do.
Trying to figure out what's on this thing.
Today I'm playing a new game. I like puzzles. That's about all I know. That is puzzles.
I told her a little bit about this game. She doesn't know what it is, so hopefully she likes it. Welcome to
Inscription. It's static.
Yep.
It won't let me pick a new game.
What do you think you need to do? Weird, huh? By the way, there is a dark story behind this game, so pay very close attention.
Lovely. Sorry in advance, guys, if you're sitting there going, and I'm sitting there going, huh? Half the time, because I like puzzle games. And sometimes it takes me a while, though. So, yeah. Let me pop up Twitch here. Not Taco Bell. Yes, I have the Taco Bell app on my phone. Don't ask questions. Don't.
Alright. Ready?
Hey,
Hey, look.
are those eyeballs?
Another challenger. It has been ages.
He has very good grammar. It's like, alright. Press A.
Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played.
I've never played it, so go with
Allow me to remind you.
Sure. Hello, peoples. Welcome. Sound off. Who's not dead? Sound off. Alright. Allow me to remind you.
Hello, Roku. Welcome to the stream. It's been a long time.
Okay, play the squirrel card.
These are freeze.
Oh,
Now play your stoat. You use sacrifices.
so I sacrifice the squirrel for the stoat.
Yep. As you can see, it costs 1 blood.
Okay.
1 sacrifice.
Okay.
Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is the attack power. 1.
So it's on the left here.
Yep.
Okay.
And just so you know ahead of time before you go, why he's placing teeth on those as damage counters.
Cool.
Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale.
Okay. Congratulations.
If you win, you tip. You win if you tip my side all the way down,
Okay.
like this. So
Okay.
you just throw more teeth on there. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Continue.
Alright. So, your stout stands in the way of my coyote. Okay.
My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat.
Okay.
That means your stoat's health is 2 less.
Obviously.
If that creature's health reaches 0, it dies.
Okay.
It's your turn
again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel.
Welcome, Saber. Welcome. We are playing Inscription today. It is not just a card game. It is a very dark individual of a game.
What does the X do?
So, X is to pick up from your draw pile, but you need another squirrel. So I would press Y. How dull! Don't you dull me.
I'm not dull. You're dull. Because you are learning, I will pass. Okay. Again, the choice: a random card from your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. I need another squirrel to run the rule.
If you would like, yes, I would do that.
Okay.
So you can play the square. They're both free. You can go back. Go to. Yep, there you go. Play the square, and then you can go back and play the other square. And then you can sacrifice the 2 squares to the wolf. It costs 2 turns for the wolf. Now you can do 3 damage, which will equal 4, which will tip his scale.
So I can in my turn?
Yep.
Alright.
And he's dead.
I'm the mascot.
You're the mascot? Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that.
Hi, Mom! Welcome!
Well, not her mother. It's technically my mother, but she considers her as a daughter.
And I consider her a mother. You guys know my mom if you've seen her on the channel before. She's the one that goes, "Hello, world!" in the middle of the stream like a dork.
Yep. You've won this match.
Okay, cool.
They won't all be easy.
Duh.
Let me recall your story.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
You were
my God.
lost deep in the forest.
Okay.
A single path revealed itself.
Okay.
So you get to pick a card.
Guys, left or right?
Whoever is here, you guys get to decide. So go ahead. You get to show the cards first.
Oh,
Yeah, you get to show the cards.
okay.
So, a Kazetic adder, I think I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Damage from its poison bite is always lethal, so it's basically death touch.
Okay.
Okay. Or, option number 2, the cat, the undying cat. Sacrificing this poor beast does not kill it.
Okay.
So so you pay the blood,
Uh-huh.
and then you get to play the cat. If you can use the cat as a sacrifice, and it will not die.
Okay. So, guys, cat or snake?
The undying cat or the poisonous snake.
Yes. You're sacrificing the... Yes, Saber. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to sacrifice an undying cat. If that
And
is
you
what
don't.
choose.
If you pick cat, the cat does not die unless it gets attacked. But if you pick the snake can die, but it has a poison bite that automatically kills something. So you guys get to decide: poison cat, or poison snake, or the undying kitty.
I don't know. Saber says he's not that bad.
Okay, so undying kitty is what he's basically saying.
I think Kitty is better. Okay.
So kitty it is.
Kitty has... So I hit A.
Yep. Well, you gotta press B and then you get to decide. So why I think it is? If it's not why, it's A. I think it's A. Yeah, I think it's A. So now the cat has been added to your deck.
Okay.
Another creature joins your adventure. Some of the creatures in the forest seem willing to follow you.
Lurking works. Thank you for saying hello. Please
Hello.
enjoy.
Some of the creatures in the forest seem willing to follow you.
So I move up.
Yep. You come across some abandoned sack.
Okay.
You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break it in case of an emergency. So it's like an item, so you can use it to play a squirrel on hand.
And have a second.
Ah, another useful implement. I will allow you to tip the scales with it. So you get to pull out your own teeth to skip the sale.
Gnarly, dude! I'm sorry, I like weird things. Okay.
3 is as much as you can carry.
Okay.
To be able to have another object, you must use one of your very items.
Right.
Now on to the next fight. You were ambush while crossing some rough terrain.
Okay.
You don't sacrifice me. How kind. Maybe you'll help me?
What is that? You may now see all my moves ahead of time.
Yep. So the back row is what he'll play next. So you can use your trigger to look at cards that are being played.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, no, you're fine. The mind ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. So in one turn, it will turn into a wolf.
Okay.
So my suggestion, I would get a squirrel.
Okay.
I'd play the squirrel.
Pull. Okay. Does not really. Saber said, "Pulling out your game teeth does not really hurt."
Well,
It's the concept of pulling out your own teeth. Okay, so I pulled a squirrel.
so I place the squirrel anywhere underneath the stumps. And then I'd go back and I would sacrifice your squirrel.
For the wolf?
No, actually, I'd play that other squirrel. Yep, play the squirrel. Right underneath the other stump. And I would sacrifice one of those squirrels for the undying kitty.
How do I do that?
So, pick a card like that. There you go. And then you sacrifice a squirrel. And then place it underneath the stump so it does not die. And now you can go back and you can get the river snapper if you want. It's very strong. And sacrifice your cat and your squirrel. And squirrel. Place your turtle here.
Here?
Yep. You notice that your squirrel. Now you can use the stoat as well. You can play the stoat because the kitty is also an undying kitty.
I
So
can
you,
put that here.
yeah, you can use it again. It's an undying cat. So you can place it here. Here we go.
And now we ring the bell.
Yes, ma'am. Nice little dabblage. Nice little dabblage. The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly, so it's going to constantly hit you.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Ha! My bat flew right over your river snapper.
Okay.
I would draw a new card from right here.
So X.
Yep.
Alright.
And you have a wolf. What will you do with this wolf? Will you sacrifice? My suggestion, I would play this, sell the river snapper.
How do I sell?
Well, not sell. You sacrifice it. So I'd go back. You get the wolf. Yep. Okay. Sacrifice the river snapper
And the cat.
and place the wolf there. Fear not, the beast isn't sacrificed, but not removed from your deck.
Alright.
The suffering was real, but you will see it again.
Okay.
Sorry, not talking much. Watching my favorite show on Netflix. What show? The Worst Witch. Never heard of it.
I love how they're having a conversation. Conversation is happening. I love it. Oh no.
It's alright. Draw a card.
Random?
Card. I would play just a squirrel.
Okay.
Squirrel would be a good defense, because then you can place the squirrel there. Yep, place the squirrel. Well, you didn't.
Oh.
There you go. And now you can just ring the bell. If you do over damage, you can collect bonus.
My squirrel.
You can just get another squirrel.
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
Place a squirrel. And now you can end your turn. You can do over damage. See how you put it in the cup?
Yeah?
You prevailed and trekked onwards past the new bloody terrain.
Okay.
And you get to pick another card.
Okay.
Now you get to pick a card, and you guys can all decide on the card.
Alright, so we have
Saber is immediately saying left.
Okay.
Well, here's your choices first.
So, first thing we have is a wolf cub. You guys know what that does.
And you have a sparrow. The meek sparrow, an inexpensive, if feeble, flying creature, meaning it can fly over creatures to directly attack without getting hit.
Kind of like the bat. The only problem is it has 2 hearts, which is low. But I think, let's see, left. So Saber wants the wolf.
Saber would like the wolf. Are you still sticking with wolf, Saber? I'll take that as a yes. So wolf club it is. It seems very cheap on the scale, though, from what it looks like.
So we're going with...
We're going with wolf. Yep.
Just checking, making sure nobody's changing their minds.
It is. It does cost 1 sacrifice, though. Ooh, this is where it gets good. And now I shall attack your life points directly. Saber, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist.
Okay.
You were compelled to choose where they sacrifice, one that will be lost forever.
Which means if I sacrifice the cat, I lose the cat.
So what you're doing, basically, I've played this game, guys. What you're doing is you're going to put the ability on the other creature. So you can either put the transformation onto the cat, or the undying onto the wolf. The only thing is if the cat can die. It's not undying. It's just an easy way of sacrificing things. So if you put that on the wolf, you can use it as a sacrificial. It won't die, but it can still be attacked.
So what would you do?
Saber said, okay, T points. Me. Well, they both equal 1.
Right.
So where do you think you would get the benefit of? You're not going to give it an extra health point. You're just giving it an ability.
I think I would give the...
You think you'd give the wolf? Because, I mean, you're not giving the health points, but you're just giving the ability to do so. And
right.
Since they both cost 1, you could get rid of the kitty. But then you'll make Saber sad.
It's a sacrifice I'd be willing to make.
But that means you get to be a wolf then. You know, your soul's in the body of a wolf, so you're a soul kid. You're a wolf kitty if you think about it. You're just a wolf cat.
Okay, so I want to give the undying ability
To the wolf.
to the wolf.
So get rid of the cat.
So hit the button.
Yep.
Goodbye, kitty.
And now you can give it to any of these. You can have a max of 3. What about Saber? You could make him the stout.
I could.
He's saying pick me. You gonna pick him?
Yeah.
Alright, do it.
Alright, right trigger?
Yep. You sacrificed your kitty. What an honor. Now he has the ability of undying.
A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the stout.
So now you are Stoke Kitty, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
What the?
Behold my
That-
totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil.
What does that mean?
It means that all of his wolves will be able to fly now.
Ah, son of a...
Don't worry, you're supposed to die. Unless you can beat him with some miracle, but you are technically supposed to. So watch me suffer. Alright, so you place the squirrel. Sacrifice the squirrel for the stoat. Place the stoat all the way on the left. Oh. Alright, that works, I guess. Back on board.
Was I doing something wrong?
No, but now you can sacrifice the wolf if you like. Or not the wolf, sacrifice the stoat to place the wolf. It is an undying stoat.
I put it
Do
where?
you know how hard? Well, you can also lurk, Saber. You don't have to necessarily be here. So. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, if you
Ring the bell.
Yeah, and ring. Because if you sacrifice the stove and the wolf, you lose the wolf. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight.
Oh no. Okay.
I would draw a
Squirrel.
draw a squirrel. Yes.
Because if you draw a squirrel and you put the squirrel down, you can sacrifice the squirrel and the undying goat thingy for the red snapper.
That would work. That would work. I would go for it. That makes sense. You could also get rid of the flying creature right there, too. Do I win? We're trying to win. That's what we're doing. So place that. There you go. And then you sacrifice the bow. Place it where the coyote is to make sure you can kill it.
And then ring.
Yep. There you go. You're 4 damage away from winning.
Okay.
I would play a. See if you can get a normal card.
So random.
Yeah, just a rando. Well, that's not good. Oh, no, you could. Sacrifice the. There. Yep. Sacrifice the snapper.
So put this down.
Yep, place that. And sacrifice the snapper and the stone. You'll do over damage. Yep.
And then ring.
And ring it. Over damage. Look at all this teeth. Teeth. So you can use the teeth to buy things.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Impressive! You may yet survive this ordeal.
Thank you very much.
And yes, Saber, you win. Knock on wood!
That's a terrible joke.
So now you get to move forward and pick another card.
Okay. Alright, guys. Y'all haven't
Choice of 3
Y'all
cards.
haven't failed me yet. Alright, first card is a skunk. The reviled skunk. Its stench reduces the strength of an enemy. Okay. A bullfrog. The watchful bullfrog. It leaps in the way of attacking flyers. Okay.
Or
The wolf.
another wolf. So the skunk does no damage. Also, there's little mushrooms at the bottom are telling you that you already have the card.
I
So
see.
this can block flyers, where the other one can make them reduce their damage. So it could be like,
I feel like the bullfrog would be better because he's been throwing a lot of flyers at me.
yes, you can have a blizzard, and yes, I would say bullfrog. Bullfrog or skunk. It's smart.
I'm picking you guys up. You were on the floor. Alright. Alright. So, what do you guys think? The skunk or the bullfrog? Alright. Well, I'm gonna pick a frog. Alright. Alright, we've come up to a pass. I guess not. Weird. Okay, we're back to big eyes. You came across a small group of survivors. Face shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. So... I have a lot of wolves. think do this one. The fire warmed the fort, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another cracked, gnashed
their teeth.
their teeth.
Without a word, you pulled the wolf club away from the fire and left. So you could chance it every time, but you can either burn it or kill your wolf. Next fight.
Oh no.
You know, you gonna be good for a second?
What's this?
Grand Fur. It blocks flying creatures, though.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So you only have 2 spots. So I play a squirrel.
A squirrel.
A squirrel. And then I play your wolf cub. You gotta sacrifice the squirrel first. That's it. There you go.
And then ring?
Yep. It did kill your wolf, and it's okay. Would you like another squirrel? You might have to take another squirrel. You can use an emergency squirrel as well. So I would place your squirrel. Get a squirrel. Yep. And then I'd go get yourself.
How do I do that?
So I think if you click up multiple times. Maybe to the left. No. Down. To the left. Oh no, if you pull back again. Maybe? I don't know. Weird. There you go. I'd use an emergency squirrel.
And we're going to use the emergency squirrel. Oh no. He leaves and I lose, I swear. Alright, I'm gonna take a chance. A river snapper. I missed. Because I picked the wrong card and
It's alright.
These are
Like
the,
I said, you're supposed to die.
you say that, but I don't believe it. I lost.
It's alright. You lost.
I did.
Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to
Negate.
negate my disappointment.
Get up. Get up from the table. Alright, bossy. I am.
Fetch me a candlestick from atop the barrel of the bedside beside the door.
Okay. I can. Oh my god, I can move! Anything up this? No? What's this? Interesting.
Yeah. This is where the puzzle aspect comes in.
I love puzzles. Oh my god, you're creepy, dude. Can you not be standing there? What the f is that? bring it here. Alright. I'm coming. I'm not confused by the door at all, I promise. I don't like the turning ratio. Now sit back down. I don't want to. How do I sit back down? Honey? Right over
Yeah,
here.
you just walk over and you see it. There you go.
Let me explain something to you. Okay? That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another one, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Okay, so I have 2 options. I can either pick this way and get items.
Okay, Saber, thank you.
Or I can go up to the fire thing again.
I would go left, personally. The fire is nice and all, but you can make yourself stronger, especially if you make a nice car.
Alright, here's my options. A wolf, an adder, and a bullfrog.
I would get the adder. The adder would be nice, and especially when you can give it death touch.
Okay, adder it is.
Another creature.
Alright, I've come across a gust from this
Lifts your creatures into the air.
only for a turn.
So it makes your creatures flying for 1 turn.
Okay. Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. A goat.
So you can sacrifice that for 3 blood in exchange for 1.
Okay.
The black goat might be nice, especially when if you are in need of an emergency.
There.
Do you want a second one?
No, I think I'm gonna take a squirrel.
You gonna take a squirrel?
Why not?
But that gives you 3, so you don't have to worry about drawing another squirrel.
There.
Feeling overburdened enough with full 3 items, you carried on.
Of course I did.
Hello, Yuri. Welcome.
Hi, sis. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my god!
Boss fight!
Gosh!
Trees seem to close in around you as a shield misses.
You're gonna help me with this, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, continue.
Oh lord!
In the distance, you can
Huh?
a hollow figure stood in your
Oh god. What? Oh my god!
Where's the Bear Spectre?
Oh my god! Hi.
Yeehaw! Press the piss.
Okay,
Cross
so
me.
I have a boulder. Alright. Now, so,
Want to win this fight very fast? Get yourself a black goat.
so I go over. Nope.
I used it before.
I'm trying to remember. Shit! Fuck! Ow. Alright.
Well, you can just play a squirrel for now. Mr. Squirrel? I'm sorry, Squirrel.
Well, here. Shit!
Uh-oh. The pack mule. If you can kill the pack mule, it will give you a bunch of cards.
If I can kill it,
You have to kill the pack mule.
it takes 5.
He does take 5, but you have to kill the pack mule.
Okay.
So my suggestion...
I don't know how to get over to the stupid thingy.
Okay, hang on. Let me help you.
That's not helpful.
Well, first off... This... Other way. Then your item... Hold the trigger. Right here. You gotta hold this button.
The bumper?
Hold the bumper. Turn it to the side.
Okay.
Act over. So I may have made a dreadful mistake by touching
Bring it on, prospector! Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you a square.
Okay.
We're gonna use this.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna play this.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna get you your goat.
I already have a goat.
I promise you this. All of it. And now what we are gonna do? We're gonna get you another. Go back. We're just gonna talk. Oh yes. And then we're gonna get you a skimmy. We're gonna play the skimmy. And we're gonna go back and we're gonna play Black Goat. We're gonna kill the squirrel. And we're gonna play the Black Goat. And then we're gonna add River Snapper. And play the River Snapper.
Okay.
And now you have a bunch of blue cards.
Oh, yay.
The squirrel, the porcupine. Yeah, damn it, my mule!
That's a very good accent, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Alright, Elvis.
I hope you didn't think it'd be that easy. There's gold in them cards.
Oh. Hey! Hey! My cards! What's he doing?
Gold! I've struck gold!
What's he doing?
You won't be able to do anything until it kills them gold nuggets. We're gonna play Spirit. And then we're gonna play. And then we're gonna go back out here. Okay? Oh.
Skunk takes them down.
We're gonna bring that down a little bit. We're gonna bring the porcupine in. We're gonna play the porcupine. Yeah, 'cause how does that feel, nerd? We're gonna make sure you have another squirrel in your hand just in case. And we just don't have to let him go. My goal!
What if you use a fly?
He's doing the prospect. Easy boss, the mule.
Mule.
Or the mules. Well, I already played the mule, you idiot.
You're a little
You're a
episode
little
like.
behind, sir.
Well,
Oh, let's play the stoat.
he's gonna get killed.
I know, the stoat's gonna die. Actually,
Wait, what if we use the raven and it flies over?
you know, either way, you're gonna deal more damage. Let's get another one. Play this. Skunk.
He just keeps moving that one card, don't he?
Well, the Bloodhound, it moves when you play a card. So whatever card you get played, it moves over to that spot, which is what that is.
I see. But now he's dead.
Yes, he is. Prospector is dead.
That thing got creepy as hell.
Allow me to light your candles once more. It won't be killing you quite yet.
Okay. So every
So now
time,
you have a light.
I fight the guy, he puts on a different mask.
You're the first in a while to overcome a boss.
Miner's Bane, defeat the prospector. I finished a quest. Well,
As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card.
okay. Choose carefully. All right, guys. Now
You guys get a choice in
between
3
these cards.
This is the brutish strength level. This level of brutish strength needs a no explanation.
Okay.
The largely unimpressive specimen.
Okay.
Poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? I mean, the Uluruli, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
pretty good, but you don't have any cards for that. Sadly, if you get the cards for it, there is a card what gives you extra blood.
However, that child 13, it doesn't die. We'd have the.
I say the strange larva. The strange lava. If no, you all have 5 seconds to decide. If you guys do not decide, I will make a decision.
1,
There are 5 of you in here. You better make a decision.
2.
Are we picking Uluruli? Are we picking strange lava? Or are we picking Child 13?
1, 2, 3,
4.
5. Quit going through my notifications.
I'm just looking. So we're picking strange lava then? Strange
Yes.
lava it is. And a prospector. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still racing in your ears, you carried onwards. Carry on my wayward sons.
This ain't supernatural.
Oh.
Nice try, though.
Well, I thought it would. The rank smell of rotten mold permeated the humid air.
Gross.
Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into
The wetlands. Bum, bum, bum.
Da, 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 da. Alright, guys. What are we picking? The fevered mantis, its praying claws strike down both to the left and the right.
But it only has 1 life.
It does only have 1 life. However, it attacks your left and your right. It does not attack forward, though.
Okay.
The stalwart snapper,
The
a
river
near impenetrable defense.
We have 1. And the
And a
wolf.
wolf. Always good up for getting back new cards.
I'll go for a new card. I mean,
New card, here we go.
gotta play them
New card.
properly, though.
New card, new card.
Alright. We get stuff.
Ah, yes. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. Absolutely.
Yes, the scissors. Okay.
I
So,
think
we have.
should do new. There's new.
Oh, well.
You want battle or new?
New. Let's see what happens.
La 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 la.
I have to fight anyway. Oh.
For both of us. Well, it's somewhat in this foul cabin. Be silent or I will tear you to shreds. He's basically giving you. So we're gonna play a squeal. Because I always gotta play a squeal. And then we're gonna play a stoat.
On top of the square.
On top of the square. Then we're gonna mantis it up a little.
I wouldn't do that because it doesn't go straight.
Exactly. It's a nice little card that we just, one of these, and then we serving it up Gary's way.
Wait, what does the stink mean? Also, the mantis is dead.
That is fine.
What is the stink that's on his card?
It is for, no attack, so it minuses 1 on the attack, which is fine. You win. How brutal of you!
Thank
You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such pets
Yes.
are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for an extra damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in the spoils.
Oh no. Okay.
La 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 la.
Now we have a trapper.
He was stopped along the way by a trapper who was looking to liquidate his pelts. However, there was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quite distracted by
Quickly.
his wares.
Quickly check.
You know what?
Oh lord.
Care to look at my pelts?
So basically, every time you fight this guy, he puts a mask on.
Take a pelt free of charge. See the quality. I think you have enough. No, you do not. You don't have enough of this one. So these will come in necessary later. The problem is, the more you buy, the more it fills up your card hands. Don't play these. A lot of people take it the wrong way to play them to use as defense. Do not play them. They will get you creatures later.
Okay. So if I'm gonna go cheap, because I have how much gold?
Well, you can get a couple of these, or you can get one of these.
I'll take a couple.
get one of these.
No.
I would get one of these. The higher level of the card, the stronger the card you're going to choose from. And one of these. And no, Roku, I'm not going to shoot him. You're leaving already. Please consider me pills.
I did.
I'm leaving. I'm sorry. Thanks for your business.
And he takes off the creepy mask now.
The man assured you of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight, but he mentioned that the trader further down the path will reward you for them. They are very useless in a fight. They don't do nothing. He's sus. I'm not gonna listen. Maybe if he does something unnecessarily uncanny, then
He
maybe
creeped us out.
I will shoot him if it necessarily comes down to the wire. Okay.
Fine. But I agree with Roku.
I have taken the left path. There's a right. Oh, I kind of busy. All right, Roku. Since you're here, pick which one is gonna get sacrificed. Are we picking the wolf cub, which gives transformation? Are we gonna sacrifice the bullfrog that gives flying protection? Are we gonna give the adder up, which gives death touch? The strange lava,
Or the mantis.
or the mantis? The mantis attacks twice. I think he's deciding.
He typed.
If it goes to your favor, the snake. Okay, the snake is going.
Fair.
We are gonna give it to, I think, the mantis.
So the mantis will now do poison on both of his moves.
Exactly. Death touch on both sides.
That sounds perfect.
If not, go mantis. Oh, I don't think I can go back now. Sadly. So we'll give the death touch to the mantis. Since you
Which
brought
works.
Since you gave it both ideas, we'll do that. I pressed the wrong button.
The mantis again.
The mantis! Hiya!
Right trigger.
Wrong button. Now you have a death touch mantis.
Awesome. Alright.
Do you see the blood that's above that?
I do.
That is the new option. You can also still get up. So here's a little.
So I'm supposed to be
Can I show you something? Watch this.
Sure.
Let's see if I can do this properly. You have. Let's see if I did this right. I probably did this wrong. It's all right. So there are puzzles around the room. Did I win? Yes, Saber, you won. So you can't do anything yet.
What about the X?
Would you like to see?
Yes. Press the A.
There's
I
a
found
couple
gold.
teeth.
I found
There's also this little puzzle.
which you need to find the key for.
Exactly. Would you like to examine the knife?
I would.
You can't do anything yet. You need something to put here to get a knife.
Okay.
Alright. Here's also these things.
What are those?
Would you like to look
X.
at that?
Okay, so they're people.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Strange.
No, they're not people. They're the monsters you fight. Look, there's the prospector.
Uh-huh.
There's the pelt guy.
Okay.
The other two we haven't met yet.
Okay.
I like
Do
those.
you think you have the equation yet?
No,
Okay.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Also, I
There's
don't.
nothing here yet.
I don't see anything there.
And you could also do this at some point. So there are still puzzles to go about. There's also these two options.
Those are puzzles.
See a puzzle?
I see a one.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright. Just to let you know, there are more puzzles. Alright. So the downside of this hand is that you have
Nothing.
really nothing to do with it. Sadly. So we're gonna deal 2 damage. We're gonna deal 2 damage. Downside is nothing, because that flew over your head. We're gonna take another squeal. We're gonna play the squeal. We're just gonna play the squirrel for defense. Immediate death. The only problem is these things keep going underwater. gonna take another squeal. We're gonna play this. We're gonna just let it go. You know, we have to. We'll have a little back and forth. Gotta go away. Alright, enjoy, have fun. Little wolf comes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna place this here. Perfect 3 downwards. Now they're gonna play 3 downwards back, sadly. It's just a constant back and forth up until now. Then we're gonna take this X. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. Da 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 da! Oh, ouch. And we're just gonna pick another one up. It's just a game of back and forth at this point.
Clearly.
Can you die, sir? Is this a possibility that you can do? You know what? Squirrel. You know what? Nothing else. Have a tooth. Give me your teeth.
That was
sir.
terrible. What card was that? They kept flipping back and forth.
That is the underwater. You must make a different kind of choice now.
Okay.
Choose not a specific beast, but decide the cost that you wish to pay.
Okay.
Would you rather pay 1 blood, 2 blood, or 3 blood?
What do you mean?
How much would you rather have your new card cost? Is what it's asking.
Well, if there's more blood to it, it means it's more stronger, right?
More blood would mean more stronger, but more having to pay the cost. So it cost you 3 creatures, 2 creatures, or 1 creature.
2.
2. The mighty or the flight Leo, it moves after attacking. A random card with the cost of 2.
Okay.
What were you expecting?
I'm okay with this. I like the movement.
Now we get to go to the fire.
Oh no.
A group of starving survivors stood around the dying campfire. There is room for a creature around the fire, one said. The warmth will enhance its power, another said. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. We could give the stoat some strength, or we could give the mantis some strength. I think the mantis, it deals 4 damage before dying.
I would say yes. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. Well, guys, after this round, that's gonna do it for us. And well, hold on.
Well, we got about another 10 or 15 minutes.
All right.
Do we think we got another time?
All right. Well, I think they took my mantis card, but all right. The game begins.
Alright, guys, that's gonna do it for me, sadly. Just keep it going. Lighten up the chat. You guys are the options
I
pickers.
can't reach my phone.
You guys are the options of the pickers. So whatever you guys pick is what she's gonna put in her deck. So
I put the scroll down to do it.
alright, guys. Have fun. Love you, bud.
Love you.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Oh. Oh. slowly growing, isn't it?
I take a squirrel.
I would take a squirrel, yes. Just place the squirrel wherever you feel like. I'd say coyote. And then you could do an emergency squirrel. Hold your right trigger. Emergency squirrel that if you must. And then wolf it down on the coyote so you don't get more damage. There you go.
And the ring.
Would you like to scissor something? You've got scissors you can still use to cut up the card.
Not yet. I'm gonna wait for the sparrow to come down.
Well, if you get rid of one of the cods that are going to attack you, you should be fine. That's my theory.
Which one?
The one that's underwater.
One or two?
Either one. They're both the same card. Spaz, gonna hit you. Okay.
I lost.
It's alright. It's all part of the game.
How disappointing. You've encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Oh my god. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offer. Oh, Golf. See, that's creepy to me. Here's what let's start with your hair pelts. See what I can offer. Okay, guys. So, we have a couple ones that we can choose from. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. The Sprinter. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in a sigil. Okay. Airborne. A card bearing this sigil will strike an opponent directly, even if there's a creature opposing it. Red Snapper. We know what that is. Wolf. We know what that is. A River Otter. Let's see what that one does. Waterborne. A card bearing the sigil submerges itself during the opponent's turn. While submerged, the opposing creatures attack its owner directly. Okay. A Beehive. Bees within. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. A bee defining as 1 power, 1 airborne. Okay. The porcupine we know. Let's see what the beaver does. Dam Builder. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a dam is created on each empty adjacent space. A dam is defined as 0 power, 2 health. So guys, I think here's my thoughts here. Either the River Otter, the Beehive, or the Beaver. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna do a Beehive. And since I have one more, I'm gonna do... Oh, wolf pelts? Too exquisite. Okay.
How's it going?
I bought a Beehive and a River Otter.
Beehive is very good. So you're using pelts?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, the third person statue is this late. So we have 304 now. Porcupine with Stink.
If you go wolf, they will transform again and give you more health attack.
I have to go wolf again.
Yes.
Hello, world! Told you she'd be here. I told you. Did I not tell you guys she'd show up eventually?
Let's see, what else do we got?
A porcupine, a cat, a warren, which I've never heard of, so let me do a read here. A fledgling. A card bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board.
It also gives you a rabbit. That's what that sigil means. The one that has the tail underwater.
I already have one of those.
Yep, so that's the flip. The porcupine stink is kind of interesting. So my suggestion is either go the warren, the wolf, or the porcupine. Those are all three good cards.
I think I'm gonna go for the warren because I don't have one yet.
Okay, that works.
These pelts are most excellent. Thanks. Yes, so that's the third person.
So if you would have given her a golden pill,
Yes.
she would have given you a golden card.
Let's
So now
see.
you have a decision.
Let me stay. I'm here-ish. Let me stay. You can stay if you would like.
I would go all the way to the left, because that will be your one of your cards in the
Here.
Yep.
Alright.
So now you get a decision.
I...
Any of those abilities will go underneath.
Mm,
By the way, how did the strange love and
I didn't get a chance. I lost, remember? Yeah, so I didn't get to see what it does.
Here's an interesting thought.
Okay.
Why not give the underwater beehive? Because then the beehive could never be in. And continue to get bees.
Okay.
If that don't work, well, you can always do that. Well, you can't get bees. Okay, I'd give it the beehive. Because then you continue to get bees every time.
So I'm giving the river otter to the beehive.
Yep.
Alright.
Now the beehive will never be attacked. You ready for the next boss?
No, I have one life left. I'm not ready for that.
Do you need me to do some reading?
If you'd like to.
Let me just walk over here real quick. A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat at the brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet.
So we have all 5 of the...
I am the angler. Don't fish.
Ew! Okay.
That was an accidental mistake. No word. It's alright. You can still win. You can still win. Bring it on, nerd! Yeah, take that. There's only the one. Which fish? Hard to choose.
What is he fishing for?
You better play squirrel, is what you should do. Go ahead, fish.
Here?
Yep. Fish or fish. Easy choose!
Alright. let me do anything.
Now he's going to swoop. You still win.
No, I did not lost.
Too fast, too soon. Play the bullseye. By the way, remember how I told you you're supposed to die? You see all them bears? Playing anything ain't gonna save you now. Squirrel, save us! Oh, well, everything's about to die. Yeah, I can. Oh, no, okay. Hold on, wait a minute. Get a squirrel! Do it! Get him, squirrel!
What's the squirrel gonna do?
Absolutely not.
So why'd you have to pick a squirrel?
Hi, Saber. I'm Niall-chan.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome to the Inscription.
A game where I'm still confused. Hello. Majorly. I hit the wrong button.
Go fish.
Oh, why am I vibrating? Okay. Okay, so I lost. Now what?
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Now you wake up in a dark room. He's dragging you to that room that was flashing.
Oh, lovely. I get to see what the flashing in the door was.
Now comes the interesting part. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory.
Oh, dang.
Though you may think of that another way.
Okay.
Before you expire, I might ask you a favor.
Okay.
I would like a memento.
No.
Your very own death card.
No.
It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
We'll work together to amend that.
Uh-huh. There's a thingy on the floor.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't do that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck.
I gotta pick one?
Hold on. Keep going. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to which the draw cost is from. So you can have a 1 or a 2. Would you like to make your card a 1 or 2 cost?
A 1.
Okay, so the cards that are 1.
Which is the mantis.
Oh, you got to press it. Diagon.
So I think
The
it's
mantis. Okay, mantis. A cost of 1 blood from the mantis. Okay. And another. This time I will choose its power and health, the numbers. So, what would you like your health and attack to be? And it will only come from 1 card. You don't get to pick 2.
the red snapper.
Red snapper, so you want a 1/6 card. Okay.
Well, no. Do I get the ability to?
You'll get to that here in a second. So you want the 1/6.
I don't know. The 2/4 kind of sounds good too.
That's up to you. This is your card. This is your death card, man. So if you want, what do you think would benefit you? You're gonna get an ability. So power of 2 and a 4 health from the elf. Now choose a card from which we exact the sigils. So you could pick this.
I want to pick this.
So you're gonna pick the beehive.
Yes.
A sigil of the bee within and the sigil of the water boon from the beehive.
Yes.
So you get both of these abilities on this card.
Cool.
Look at that card. And what are you naming your card?
I don't know, guys. What should I name my card? Apparently, Demon has an idea. Do not type that on screen. Do not type that. No.
Okay, do you have a better name?
Why not?
I think I like that.
Honey!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now there will be one final matter.
Don't ask questions, guys.
The
You don't-
portrait.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
No.
You do not need to smile. As you smile anyway.
Oh, wait,
I'm blind!
ah!
Flashbang! My eye! Here we go again.
I have all the characters for the puzzle.
You have all the characters from the puzzle?
The 5 of them.
Here we go again. Another challenger.
It's the same me.
Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones.
I gotta learn something else now?
A resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You can gain bones when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. So it is extra currency.
Okay.
You will be able to see your bones as well. So squirrel.
Mm-hmm. Stout.
And we go stout. Take the stout. Do you see that bone token?
Yes.
And we put the stout down. That is your bone token. From the death of your creature, you've earned a bone.
Okay.
You will not lose this until it is spent, or the battle ends.
Okay.
So now you just continue. Let's do 3. You're going to pick
A squirrel.
another squirrel.
Because then you can put the stout down, and then you can use the wolf to take down the other 2.
Don't worry, Stoat. You'll come back. You always do.
And
now we
then,
can pick
because you have 3 of the bones, you can play the possum.
exactly. It's a game of give and take, basically.
Now, you want to draw a squirrel.
You want a squirrel? We do squirrels.
I would have put it on the rattler side, on the other side.
Yeah, take that, sir. Oh,
Oh no! Okay, so now you're gonna draw a random card,
we'll take the bullfrog.
and then you're gonna take.
We'll do an emergency squirrel.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Emergency squirrel.
That down, and take the bullfrog and put it on the squirrel.
Take that, sir.
There you go.
Heed my lessons.
Oh no.
I have a squirrel. Eat squirrel. Oh no, this is back and forth.
Squirrel!
Oh no. Oh no.
Did I mess up? I think I messed up.
No, you win.
I won! Yeah!
Oh,
What?
I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's behind the safe.
Pick it up.
Can I show you something else?
What?
Let me break your old brain for a second since I've played this before. Ready?
You could try, okay. Mighty Leap. A card bearing this sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil.
Take a closer look at this again.
Hey! Okay, so 273. That's one of the things for the
Yeah.
Okay, so 273.
now, go
273.
Oh, not here.
No.
So
No.
there's this.
Oh,
We'll do this puzzle first.
okay. Hit one. Then it's 2. No, that's 4.
It's 2.
That is okay. 2, and then you gotta move the 7, and then 3. New card.
Hello. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna escape.
Free the
And
stink
that
bug.
iron crypt. Is the Switchbound? The stunted wolf? The madness must end. Put that away.
Okay, and then gotta go. No.
Let's do this. So you see this?
Yes.
You need to play this. You need to play a squirrel and a wolf on these spots.
If I do that, another card will appear.
Uh-huh.
Now go over and unlock that.
You want to unlock this?
Yes.
Okay. Now can I break your brain even some more?
Sure.
Oh, hold on.
This works. No. Oh man, didn't work. It's all right.
Okay,
So we're gonna
figurines.
we're gonna pick up the figurine. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go do this real quick. So I will help you with this because this gets a little confusing. So you are trying to deal 5 damage. How, if this card moves forward, how much do you think? So it is a give and take.
Well, if it's a 2,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna deal 1 damage.
Okay.
So 1.
So do you think this should go up or down? You see where I'm going with it? So here, I can help you with it. So this is doing 1 damage. So if we put this back, it's not doing 1 damage.
So it needs
If
to
I
go.
put this down,
Does
it does 3. So if I bring this all the way down and I just put this up here, the skink.
Skink.
The skink. I forgot that I had that in there. Very well, you may add it to your deck, and I will deal you one every so often.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
Alright, let's do this one. This
Okay.
one's a little more convoluted. So this can fly over things, but it's this defense. You need to still get 5. If I do this now, how much do you get?
0.
Okay. If I do this, how much do you
0. So you need to move this down.
get? Okay. Which will give you?
0.
Okay. Move this down.
1.
Gives you 1. Okay.
So,
So why don't we move this? We can't move this up.
we need to move this down,
Okay.
and then you need to move this down here.
You need to move this down here?
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
Ooh, you're close. You're very, very close.
Okay, so then you need to move that there.
Go! Hey, good job. High 5. Formidable creatures, these ants. Very well, I will add them to your deck and make them available in future challenges. So, this is what the ants do. You play the ant queen.
Mm-hmm.
If you play a worker ant, and then another worker ant, and then another worker ant,
Uh-huh.
the more ants you play, it boosts their health and damage.
I see.
How about more of them? Alright, let's do this real quick. Alright, this, you have nothing going. And you
Okay.
can't move this one.
So you need to move this one up, this one down, down,
Okay.
down, down.
Oh, both down?
Yes.
Okay.
And hit the button to see how much I make.
Nothing.
Oh.
So why don't I bring this up? Now you're doing 2. How about we bring this down? Now we're doing 4.
So you need to bring this one down.
You bring this one down?
Yes.
Still 4.
And then you bring this one down.
Strange. You can't do that.
Then you need to bring this one. I said bring that one down, and then bring this one down.
You can't bring it down though.
So bring it up.
Okay, so I brought it up. And you can't bring this up.
But then you need
Used yet?
no. Then you bring this one down.
Yeah, I need to bring this down.
Then you bring
But now I'm doing only 2.
this.
You were close. The caged wolf. Curious.
Nom's blizzard. Yes, you can nom the blizzard.
Alright, last one. You're doing 1 damage already. Due to this. The mantis. You can't move this. You can move this. Get you this. Right. Still only doing 1 apparently.
Bring this one up. So now you're doing 2. Can you bring this down?
You think you can bring this down? Let's see.
Because then if you bring this back up,
Nope, can't move this.
bring this back up.
Okay.
Because then now you're doing boom, boom.
Nope. I don't do this. We're doing 2. Alright. Bring this down. 3. Okay.
Bring this down.
Nope.
Why'd it go down?
We're at 3. This.
2. Bring this down again.
Move it.
Then bring this.
Okay. Still 2. You confused yet?
bring this down.
Okay.
Bring it back up. Bring this down.
Do it too. Move this. It's alright. It's alright. We'll figure it out.
No.
Strange. Weird how I can't move anything. Unless... Still doing 3. What is this? Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. In time you will understand its power.
It's one of his ones that he uses to turn things.
What do you think it does?
That I don't know.
Don't know yet. Alright. Well, we'll get to that eventually.
Sorry.
You're okay.
I bumped this one.
Alright. Hello, sir. I'm back. Let us continue.
Hello.
La, 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 la. Alright, guys, you get to pick.
Alright,
A meager coyote? But what did you expect from only 4 bones? A nefarious rattler, a brittle creature once past its monstrous fangs. An unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying.
I want
You want cockroach? Cockroach.
next.
No, you're free to get up again. To keep your blood flowing. So, he's basically saying you can also look at your cards that way as well if you go all the way up.
I see.
But you can always get up. I'm no tyrant, so you may stand up whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan my next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions.
No, I don't think I will. Thanks though. Alright,
Still some
go to
puzzles.
the R.
Well, first off, let's make sure you get your teeth.
Yes.
Alright, where are we going?
Go over there to the squirrel.
Oh, I can't do anything with the squirrel.
I don't have anything for that.
The caged wolf. Strange.
We have a card for that.
Uh-huh.
Can I play the card? So if I play the card, does he unlock?
I don't know. You'll have to test it.
Okay. So then I have to play the caged wolf. I also have to play a squirrel and a wolf.
Yes.
Let's go play.
Let's go play.
Let's go play.
Alright.
After we get stuff, apparently. I'm gonna choose a pair of scissors because
Skizzes. Ooh, what is that?
some bone tokens for a rainy night.
Ooh, that might be useful. What a
Please. Well,
drink.
it's orange.
It's orange.
Yes.
I will go get you a drink.
I think I'm gonna take some bone tokens. All right. Okay. Well, I basically told them how to do it. You've got a clan. We have another friend here. You've got to be. I wouldn't call him a friend, but I suppose we are in deep this time. Okay. Let's see what's up here. A stump. Alright, we're gonna play the squirrel. And then we're gonna play stout on the squirrel. And then we'll play the bullfrog. On the stump. Play the stick bug. I don't know what it does, so we'll find out. Okay. Now I get a squirrel and play it here. Ow.
Nice fist.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Escaped.
Just sacrifice.
This tree?
Kill the tree. Just slow it back and forth until you can do more damage. And then I just draw a card. Normal card. Ooh. So if you put that in front of the stanky boy over there. So I would put the cage wolf down.
Here?
No, you have to play it. You have to sacrifice two things for it. But if I would play it in front of the stanky boy over there, he could break it open.
So I need to sacrifice this.
Yep.
And this.
Stanky boy.
Here.
Yep. And then just
Play.
skip about 6 turns, you know? You can just skip, you don't even have to play.
I have to card.
But you have to pick a card.
Yeah.
Just pick a squirrel. A measly squirrel. And then just skip. Ta! And then another squirrel. Just in case you want to enter the dimension. I see the way this is going.
I can
I
see.
concede. Don't concede.
You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this smash match the slow way.
What do you think?
I think I want to continue.
Okay. Well, then you just press the trigger. Yep. And then I pick up a normal card, so you can play whatever you want. Ooh, cockroach.
Returns to your hand after it's killed.
You could play it, or you could wait one more turn before it.
Wait one turn.
And then pick up another normal card. Just so
Okay.
you have 2 squirrels on hand, you know? Okay. Now, I'd play the cockroach. So I'd play it. Well, yes, just anyone, you know? Don't take his conceit. I would just continue. I'm curious on the wolf, if I'm honest. Let's see what that wolf does, alright? Just pick up a normal card. And skip your turn.
Nothing.
What happened?
Oh,
What was that?
I unlocked an achievement. Free the wolf statue from its cage. So now I pick up another card.
Just any card, yeah. And I would just play a squirrel. And then sacrifice the squirrel and cockroach. Were you as unfaltering as the cockroach? Did you play the squirrel or the squirrel? Because that's a squirrel. Go ahead and play the wolf. And just finish the stuff, you know. Yeah!
I win.
With extra teeth.
Yes. Alright.
Okay. Alright, we'll go check on that cage. Since it said go check the cage,
Over here.
throw it. What can you do with it?
I don't know. Oh, I know where it goes.
I know where you're trying to go. Right there.
Where's X?
Yep. Now you have a knife.
You finally pried my special dagger from the paws of that squirrel. Though you may wish that you hadn't.
Okay.
Why are you staring?
Don't be looking at me.
Yeah, why are you staring at me? Alright. Can I save? Have a seat. It's saved.
Where did it say?
Last saved 5 seconds ago.
Okay.
Alright, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today.
I think there's a mystery afoot that has to come in the form of episode 2.
If you guys want to see it, let us know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Don't forget to be evil angels.
And good demons.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!